Another success by the druids to make a clear and bright day for today's ceremonies. A cleanly bald, round-bearded man stands at an overlook, a single eye faded in color, and a scar scratched diagonally from forehead to nose. He is garbed in layers of faded, gold-plated armor, and a large, finely stitched purple cape hangs from him, the symbol of a flag placed upon a hill embroidered into it. From his side, a lizard folk speaks, a much older, Komodo dragon-like individual with red scales fading to gray slowly over the years. They stand garbed in black robes with no extravagant embellishments, a tongue flicking out into the air on occasion as they respond.
They are no miracle workers, but instead have done what we have only grown to expect, Lord Terry.
His words come out sharp and harsh, granting extra bite to every word relinquished. Lord Terry responds, "Of course, Sharath, but it must still be given credit and encouraged. I can only hope you did as much for our new recruits," his good eye shifting to give a side glance to his vizier.
Why, of course, Lord, though some needed to be given additional encouragement to get in line with said expectations.
Keep it fair and just. Can't scare too many away. Were there any in particular you had your eye on?
An orange half-orc speaks from the mind directly with no filter, stubborn and rash. The first one to run into disaster as he leads, but the last to leave. Shifting constantly from useless coal to shining diamond. Only when pressure is applied does he truly begin to shine. But when the pressure is released, he becomes but a poor stereotype expected of his kind. Likely descended from the banished Scar tribe, he has great potential and great room for growth and molding.
Their conversation comes to a halt as trumpets blare, announcing the start of the Order's graduation ceremony. A ceremony welcoming the new recruits officially into the ranks of the world power. A momentous occasion that opens their lives in service to their respective oaths under each of their chosen houses. Before the duo was a procession representing a large variety of life in the world, from goblins to half-orcs, drow to elves, humans, dwarves, Goliaths, and more. Each and every one of them marched rank and file together. A gathering of races and personalities from near and far brought together in peace and celebration for the ceremony of their great accomplishment. They passed through a stretching path leading to an open courtyard filled with flags from their respective houses within their city of Opetus. The symbol of a burning heart for House Zera, members standing for their tenets of devotion, an arm held across their chest, fist closed, and the other behind their back, Lady Zera, a white-haired high elf with stark white eyes and dark red warrior's paint dawned upon their cheeks. Their armor lusters even more in the full light of day, betraying their make being of pure bone. An albino anthropomorphic hyena known as Lord Loradok holds their arms to the sky, hailing the sunlight cast onto them as they hold up the symbol of their house, a bladed shovel. Unlike other paladins of the Order, they wear no armor and only the most basic essential garments. The light seems to bathe them more than others as they stand for the tenets of the ancients. Fist raised to the sky, their scales in the shape of stars is a gold dragonborn. Their own armor is a collection of past trophy hunts brought together. Black dragon scale cape, purple worm hide plate mail, and blue remoraz hide boots are proudly worn by Lord Tactus as they uphold the tenets of glory. And finally, Lord Terry represents the tenets of redemption. There is no grand outward gesture here either, save for a hand held out open-palmed before them as it glows with soft golden light. His eyes scan the crowd and see the described orange half-orc. Plated armor that shines with dark, earthy tones covers their body, Rivets of orange outline each plate as it tapers down to their waist. A large orange sash wrapped around their waist with a flowing extension in front and behind. The symbol of a gear with a flask half full in center etched into it. Their face is stoic, their head cleanly bald, and their tusks jutting upward from their lower jaw, all while they march forward. For but a second, Lord Terry catches the split glance of this orc directly to them before they affix their gaze forward again. A smirk appears for a moment on both their faces. As the procession ends, the gathered recruits continue to stand united before a raised stage. Steps echo in the open courtyard as King Zalaka of Opidus ascends. Zalaka is respected as not only King of Opidus, but also as a halo of the Order, the highest ranking an individual can be and is one of 6 total. Their plain umber armor blends with their body as they stand tall, bearing their feathers as an anthropomorphic peacock. Deep blue feathers dominate their body, with metallic green feathers fit with a violet tinge shining in the light. Their tail feathers are splayed out perfectly, 14 in count, each reflecting the light cast upon them. A bright red neck contrasts their otherwise dark colors, and a naturally grown white feather crown sits upon their head rather than a king's traditional crown. Silence rings in the air. All participants await the first words of the evening. Recruits' hearts are set at racing speed as they hide their excitement or equal amounts of anxiety. House lords and lady hold their positions, fist to chest, shovel on high, fist to sky, and hand held out. King Zalaka takes a slow gaze over all and gives a warm smile.
At ease, soldiers old and new. This is an occasion to take with great pride and enjoyment. Do not hold on to the fears of tomorrow's unknown, and instead take this moment to relish in your accomplishments today.
Zalaka waves their arms slowly, gesturing to the world around them.
As we move forward, do not bear your excitement deep within. Instead, hold it out on display. You deserve this moment for yourselves.
His voice comes through with encouragement seeping with genuine kindness. Zalaka continues.
While I commemorate your graduation from the Order's Academy, I feel it is best fitting to see your respective house lords and lady give their inspiring words. Lord Tectus, rally our recruits!
Tectus, with fists still raised high, bellows out.
Those of House Tectus, tenets of glory, know that your actions truly do speak louder than words, but so do the actions of all our recruits. Know that you will all face hardship. You may fail, but take wing of your failures and use the draft to propel yourselves higher. Fly high and encourage those around you with the bravery of a true hero and the heart of a child.
A portion of the crowd throws a fist high into the sky. Tattoos of stars etched into their skin glow and shift as they roar. Lady Zero rings out next.
In a similar step, while my house is that of devotion, we all stand for ideals we have devoted ourselves to. You have given and will continue to give honesty to the world around you, holding yourselves to protect those trusted to you and be compassionate to all. Even our foes may deserve mercy, tempered by your growing wisdom. Allow yourselves to serve as an example for others.
A second section brings their fist to their heart, glowing embers dancing from within. Third is Lord Lornock. A raspy growl of a voice echoes out.
Whether you are under tenets of the ancients or otherwise, be the beacon of light that this world needs. Through all your actions, your demeanor, and your personalities, rejoice! Preserve the light within yourselves and let it shine to the world, beating back despair and allowing life to continue to flourish.
Shovels raise to the sky, catching light together and amplifying it as the court hall becomes brighter for a moment. Finally, Lord Terry takes his turn, hand held out firmly. As my colleagues have stated, While my own house may stand to represent tenets of redemption, we all stand together, as this shines well within each and every one of us. We have all been tempted by darkness in past times, and now we have been given a second chance. This chance extends out to all who take our hands in form of peace. Know that every decision takes time to settle, and that through patience we all find our way. Grant this patience to those who take that second chance. Mind, heart, and soul you will keep pure and clear. Make your decisions with tempered wisdom, a head held high in pride, and with the intent to brighten the light of our world, to give the world the second chance it deserves. Various instruments begin to glow from recruits, shields, gauntlets, bead necklaces, and more in response. King Zalika reaffirms attention to himself. There is no greater honor than to serve within a house you feel is your home. I grant you my own words, recruits. Vigilance, loyalty, discipline. You will battle against many a great foe, not only in physical, but also mental prowess. They will be cunning and subversive. Keep wits about you. At all times, your order and your homes are to be upheld. They are your beacon, and you are the collective lights that form them. Stay true to them, your comrades, and your duty. And know that we are the barrier between darkness beyond understanding and the light of our existence. Mind and blade must forever be kept sharp to ensure success. Congratulations, for now you are no longer recruits of the Order, but instead are graduated and are true members of the Order. Thank you for your commitment, and may we all serve the world for a greater tomorrow. Roars, bellowing, cheering, hoots, hollers, and everything within and without blare through the courtyard. The energy is at an all-time high as the new members celebrate their first victory together. House leaders smile over each and every one of their members, knowing that they long ago had to go through so many of the same trials needed to prove themselves, not only to others, but to themselves as well. One final glance is taken from Lord Terry towards the orange half-orc as he is seen moving through the crowd. The half-orc converses with others, but only briefly on each occasion. They fail to hide their distracted and drifted glances towards Lord Terry, but he only smiles and speaks at the side towards Sharath. Sharath, may I have the name of the half-orc?
Of course, Lord. The name is Gideon Hendricks.
Ah, Hendricks. That is a last name I will never forget since your involvement with the Den and Saleh Hendricks. Thank you. Holding his silence from thenceforth, Lord Terry simply takes in the splendor before him and thinks back to the early days within the Order, of some of the words that encouraged him to rise as a beacon of light. A paladin is often seen to be devoted to an outside force, when in reality it is the promises they make to themselves that grant them their strength. But anyone can forge these promises. Promises that each lord and lady represents in their own right, but that the common folk we fight to protect also uphold. Promises that will be the very glue that holds oneself together even when they are lost and alone. For the light that they need will always be found in their flaming hearts, their tempered minds, and their pure souls. By upholding their promises, they will only grow to uphold all that is good in the world and proceed to protect it. That is the true meaning that the Order was meant to represent.